It is now the next morning. Let's go ahead and research. You don't actually need to walk to this desk, but this is the last technology we have to get. Under skill, futuristic weapon researcher, we can now build these, but this is so late in the game that by this point we will have reassembled and dismantled so many of these. Like, they're just very common objects. But now we have all of the research. And I no longer need to have paper, but we'll probably just keep it around because I do turn it into study materials for money. So we'll go and take out of the money safety box. We actually have a lot more money than this. This is just what I carried back to base. And we'll go and take the food for today, as well as the parts needed to build a jet ski and a motorcycle. Looks like we have, let's head to the roof. Looks like we have a drone. Alright. Check our vehicle, make sure it's gassed up. We have a ton of materials to trade at the survivor shelter. So we'll start heading out and get to the airdrop. Day in the life of Tran. Airlock system, as well as a pit system. Not that it helps too much, because nothing ever gets up here. There's springboards as well as mallet traps here, and nothing ever gets up here because each time I bring the vehicle inside, I dismantle that. I've never needed anything more. The ramp itself is made of wood on purpose, because that way if something were to happen, it would quickly dismantle the ramp, making it even less likely things will get inside. Let's try to pick up the vehicle. So it was in that direction, so I guess we'll just start heading off. There it is. Even if you get there before it lands, monsters will have spawned, and I have tried standing under it as it lands just to see if it crushes me to death. I didn't think it would, because the game hasn't ever given me any reason to believe that that's a thing that happens. So yeah, you're totally fine. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and summon my teammates. Everybody pile in. And we're gonna drive right past so they round up the zombies. The camera freaked out there because the van went behind the street lamp.
Shall we warm up a bit?
I was hoping for a lot more awesome explosion than that. I forgot to bring a shield. The shield only had like 5 strength or something, so it's not like it provides protection. It just gives me a tiny bit, minuscule extra damage. Oh come on! I didn't even adjust the graphics to be higher than the last time we recorded. When we had decided, oh, these are the settings that to use where it won't start doing audio skips. Still too much for my computer to handle.
Let's sort out the equipment we're not
Music vaguely reminds you of the Urquan Masters. Not really much music in this game. It's really just more of a monotonous music. The biggest music is like the main menu music. That's pretty much all you get. Inside we find garbage.
Let's take
I wasn't really expecting anything, but you know, it's on the way. Literally supplies for us. I've also carved out, I mean, it's not that important, but I have carved out a bunch of the trees to make a straight shot to to the survivor shelter. That way the APC, because I'm ferrying goods back and forth from the survivor shelter fast travel point, just easier to drive this way rather than trying to weave through these suburbs or whatnot. One of the things you can do if you play with no natural respawns. And then we'll leave this vehicle here, and then when we fast travel to another place, we'll use a different APC. But should we need to take goods home, we just use the fast travel point to drop things off in this vehicle, and so forth. Alright, so let's take a look at some of the garbage we get. We probably won't take it with us. Yeah, we don't need that. These we don't need. I was just thinking about showing you. There's a disassembly desk right behind where we just parked. So none of this stuff looks that interesting. The pistol has plus 10 damage, which is kind of cool, but it's outclassed by every other pistol we've got, including the David's handgun. Plus 10 damage spear, not bad, and plus 5 strength, that's also cool, but let alone we already have this as our spear, the safety, so that's not anything that we're ever going to use. Go and withdraw these items. Go and sort just to make sure that these items get to the bottom of this list. Pick them up. Lame gut massager, nothing big. Let's keep recycling stuff. Tier 4s. Recycle these tier other 4s. We have a couple tier 5s. Let's see, 39% parry range. 113% parry range, but with 100% guard point regeneration. That sounds kind of cool. I wish my teammates would stop opening that door. We'll go and convert these tier 5s into a tier 6 mutated white bear cloak. Yeah, it's not that great. There's a trigger that makes the door automatically open for your teammates because they don't actually have an ability to open doors. So the game just sort of automatically does it for them as they're standing around. Yeah. So I thought about using a jet ski to kind of get a good glimpse of what the northern part of this island looks like. That's nothing that you need to see, but I'll pack the goods with me anyways. Outpost here. And this is the APC. As it's not a double-decker as the... I didn't know if animals respawned. Do they? Or maybe they just wandered here? I don't know. This is weird to me. I really don't think they respawn. Because the desert's pretty barren. It's like pretty much massacred everybody on my path to try to find mutated lions. So I've got enough mutated lion heads for my team. But I don't think they respawn. They probably just wandered here, maybe chasing each other or something. I don't know. That is weird to me. Alright, let's crack open the map, but I already know where I'm headed. This is the Research Institute, and this is where we need to head for the main storyline, but I'm just kind of showing you a day in the life of. We're going to head here, because there's some cool buildings in that direction. This vehicle's really beat up because I just sort of ram zombies with it, and that does a number on your APC. I don't know why it should. Like, you have rotted flesh that's probably been chewed up. What? Oh, I know what's going on. I know what's going on. That means I'm going to do the last night over, I think. So, every now and then, the game thinks I don't have no zombie respawn on or something. I knew something was weird. Yeah, these streets should be clear. So I guess we're just not keeping this play. But I'll go and continue to play and show you what's up. It's okay. It's no biggie. Just know that I will load the game, redo the previous night until the save keeps. I don't know why the game sometimes just respawns everybody. It really definitely should not. So I actually put in a lot of effort killing zombies all over the map. And I don't want to see them come back. Alright, so let's take a look. This is the first building I've seen like this. in the game. And further down this way is a Ferris wheel, which oddly is next to a cemetery. I'm guessing that Ferris wheel is extra risky. I don't know. I don't know how long the zombie apocalypse is going on for a boulder to have formed inside the cathedral, but alright. Now, if I don't use the safety, I'll be about 91% evasion at the moment. But it is light armor that I have. If I get hit, it'll hurt somewhat. Let's see how big of a hurt it is. So this is still my favorite weapon. Especially since it's much easier to hit headshots with this thing. Let's take the high ground. I have no idea what's up here. Probably nothing. I very rarely ever find anything on a roof. Okay, it's not even searchable. Okay, well, it didn't look like there's anything on the other side of the upstairs. Apparently they put candles around this weapon mods. Let's see how, if I get hurt real bad, I'll switch back to the safety. Yeah, it's okay. I heal it back. I mean, that's probably, we'll say that's a tenth of my life, and they only have a 10% chance to hit me. Now, when the Vital Stinger executes a boss, it doesn't kill him outright, but it does do a lot of damage. Here, let's just, you guys help me pick up.
What are you planning to make with this?
Yeah, just regular stuff. Let's keep looking around. Unfortunately, there's only one back item, or skin, since I don't have any of the paid DLC, which would include other kinds of capes.
You'd better slow down. Good fighting.
Yeah, this is so much easier than with using the safety, but that safety, actually, I hadn't leveled it up yet. That's right, I was gonna do that on tape, showing you how I would level it up. That's probably why it does so little damage. I had the plan to level it. That's why I went to the money, withdrew everything. I was gonna withdraw everything anyways. Alright, well, when we're done in this region, I'll go ahead and level that up.
Something's going to happen.
Alright, I have no idea. I mean, okay. There's not much here. It's surprisingly not as cool inside the cathedral as it was outside. But it might just be that I'm a bit dejected that the game isn't retaining my I killed these zombies progress. And not in the ones inside the cathedral, but the ones around. And I know the rest of the world will have respawn zombies as well, so I will have to replay certain segments until I can reach day 44 without the zombie spawns. If it's something I still want to hold to. Which at this point
Let's sort out the equipment
I'm kind of close to the end of the game. I wasn't planning on eliminating every single zombie in the whole game or anything, but it was a sense of, I guess, accomplishment or security to know that I'd reclaimed certain areas back for the humans. Not that it's a feature in the game or anything, it's just like, hey, I cleared many of the streets of anything that could be threatening. Let's check out this Ferris wheel. Probably nothing we can do with it. We can just hit and stump.
Thanks. That was a fun.
A lot of birds. Okay, well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to expect. I didn't really expect it to do anything. But it's such a strange thing to see out here. You guys pick up more of that. Like just behind this fence is a cemetery, along one of these edges. Maybe it was just my imagination. There's the cemetery, yeah. I mean, it's cool that it's here. I feel like there should be something to do with it. Perhaps the quest will later take us here, but I doubt it. I don't think that we've ever had quests that did something like that. It's generally go to an area, look for some clues that hint about the next boss, kill the boss, and then go to the next area after that. Let's just go and dump some stuff into these chests. Alright, let's head on out. There's no point killing those zombies. I'm already level 99. They're very unlikely to drop anything I can use given how awesome my gear currently is. And the game just isn't keeping zombies I've killed. I'm gonna load nonetheless. Grace, get inside. She'll warp behind us. Okay, so we've hit these things. The only other thing to do in this region is the Snowy Mountain Summit. Haven't seen any other roads leading to anything else we haven't covered. Well, let's real quick show you how I would upgrade my stuff. I built myself a spreadsheet. I think I may have talked about it in a previous blacksmithing thing. I haven't edited or uploaded those videos yet, so I don't know. I never know what's going to make it to publication. So there may be times where I'm just talking about stuff without no one wants to see this segment. So I'll edit that out, and I don't have a good place to put it. But I've made myself a spreadsheet that will I write down what tiers I'm using and how many of them I want, and then it'll tell me how many aluminum ingots on the gold bars that will require, how many stacks of one it would be. Yeah, I'll head on back and I'll go blacksmith these things. While we search the Ferris wheel in the church, quite as awesome as I had hoped it would be. this may be its own. This may be tacked onto the storyline episode rather than be its own video. Normally I would take the stuff with me and just smelt it down, but we're just gonna keep moving. Fast travel to this location. This is where my big banking happens. There is a bank in the snowy region, so I can relocate my stuff over there if I wanted.
Maybe we should go for a swim.
So this vehicle right here, let's see here, I wouldn't climb up here. Well, it's not every chest. I think there's maybe 3 chests of gold bars. Yeah, so I've got 2.5 chests of gold bars. It sucks that these guys have respawn, but whatever. Student zombie. Not that I'll need the graduation theses since I literally have all the research in the game. Yeah, it's strange seeing the streets dead again. Alright, so here's our bank. I'm not used to my bow not being on 2. It's normally the second hotkey. I don't normally carry 2 melee weapons. Alright, let's see here. Prices are at 24 gold. According to my list, I will need to sell 4.25 stacks of gold bars in order to get enough money to upgrade the items that we have brought with us today. Can't always reach the just depending on how level my car is. 4 1/4, so we'll just do half and half again. That should be. I don't know if that would really have counted because it doesn't stack in 99 on in my pocket. It's fine. Let's sell. We'll just sell all of this right now.
If you've made money, you should spend it.
We needed 10,000. That's 12,000 right there, and we'll need 109 gold bars. So we'll just take 1.5 stacks, and that's plenty. But yeah, if I were to keep playing this game, we probably would move my banking stuff to the snowy region. Though I think the bank is closer to this fast travel location. Obviously, my main operations and things that I would be doing would be in the snow area. So now we're just going to drive back, and there is a mine across the way from the snow region or from or further south of the fast travel location we just came from. Let me just get on a straightaway and then open the map. Okay. So we are here. One of the mines is right there. This is the fast travel location right there. Or we can fast travel back here and head there. So I think that's actually what we'll do. Since I am carrying, I'm carrying the gold on me and the gold bars. I think we're good. So it'll be technically faster to do it that way, rather than make you drive.
You'd better stay
Rather than drive over to the grasslands mine. Alright, so back up here we go.
Good fighting.
Let's also dump off our extra resources because we're going to need that space We don't need to keep carrying. Oh, I needed to sell this at some point. That's fine. I'm not worried about it. Drop those and that. Put the foods in this one. Okay, that clears up a lot of space. We're still packing quite some serious heat though. Yeah, I did bring one of everything. I still don't have an access card 5. I have killed that lady boss. Okay, I have saved progress of killing that lady boss, we'll say maybe 3 times. But I have killed and loaded her at least 30 times. Actually, it's not this way, it's the other way. I was too busy talking and not thinking about which way I needed to drive. I guess the zombies will give you something to look at while we drive. But yeah. Mine is just over here. Push. The mine's just to my right, but we need to buy some ingots first.
Are you driving too recklessly?
Which will be in the far corner of this outpost. Alright, I need 9 stacks of duralumin, 75 stacks of aluminum, and 175 stacks of the golden titanium ingots. And as I said, I needed 10,000. I brought 2,000 extra. Then I need this number of gold bars as well. So the spreadsheet just helps me juggle about 8 different resources that are used in blacksmithing your items to a tier 6. That's all it does. Each mine is different, and it could be easy to get lost. But I've made this run just not too long ago, so I'm familiar with which directions to take. Alright, now I just need to kill the immediately surrounding zombies so I can work on this without getting hit. Not that I'm worried about them hurting me, but that would interrupt what I'm doing. The only way I could have brought the wrong resources, insufficient resources or anything like that, is if I miscounted which items I was bringing. Such as if I forgot that I was upgrading an extra tier 4 item or something. Those immediately surrounding zombies, let's go ahead and start this off. Oops, that doesn't unequip it. Let's drag that down there. Okay, let's start by upgrading this. That is now max. Upgrade the safety as well. This is for my teammate. Oh, I didn't bring the desert pathfinder. I didn't bring the desert magic find gear for my teammates because I wasn't really planning on farming items on camera. This is a set of gloves that give like 2% more equipment drop rate than the previous gloves they had. I'm gonna upgrade this grenade launcher. It's now tier 6 plus 10. Over mid next. All right. I have enough to upgrade 3 things, so let's try this, then this, and this. Okay, yep, I spent everything that I needed to. Duralumin was bought in stacks of 3, which is why I have 2 left over. And as for the gold bars and the extra gold, that's because I wasn't trying to individually count it, but I knew I needed something like 102 gold bars, and I just grabbed 2 stacks or something. Yeah, well, I spent all of the ingots, and I purchased exactly everything I needed for upgrading this. The reason why I brought the grenade launcher, so I thought maybe this would help me farm the lady faster. I have no idea. So with the Berserker's Fury, I do 2,000 damage a swing. If I instead hold the grenade launcher,
Feels
however,
rewarding to work hard, doesn't it?
it's 50% more damage, but it's probably a lot slower to attack. Whereas I can just keep swinging this. So I don't know, it might be better, but we'll see. So we'll go over there, hit her up once, and then we'll go on to the tower. If this is its own standalone episode, I'll either figure out what else I can put into it. Like, this is not the right way. I'll figure out what else I can put into it, or tack it onto a storyline episode, which I don't know if anybody cares. There was a dislike on the previous video about the mall that was up, and I don't know why it's disliked. Maybe people just want to see the story. I don't know. That'd be one thing that'd be helpful, is if somebody did dislike it, I would like to know why. Some in a non-offensive way, like, I hate your voice or something, which has been said, something like that. Well, not the voice itself, but what I covered very recently, I covered this game called The Peacekeeper, and it's like 30 years old or something as a game. It's meant to be about talking. It's on a channel called Tran Plays, and was a comment saying like, "Hey, I had to mute you" or something. Okay, sure. So that's our snow outpost. What we need to do is, I guess, head up this way to get to the Research Institute. So after making our somersault like that, I'll see you when we get there. It's not a direct line. I probably could have tried to drive directly to it, but going across mountains is not the easiest thing to do in a vehicle, in the APC. Okay, we're most of the way there. I can vouch that the system is rigged to make item modifiers not in favor of the player. At least going by evidence that I have accumulated over lots and lots of modes. To make the it was Harold's wrist brace, it was a 20 to 25, and the results were, after about 100 or so tries, I got 2 25s, and the roll is from 20 to 25. So you would think that maybe a fifth of them, not a 50th of them, would be max roll. Now that being said, that is specifically for that, but I doubt they've coded different item creation formulas for differing items. I would also assume that if you I have found rare items or magical items that have no properties whatsoever, and I think what happened was it probably tried to roll for a property that doesn't apply, like having a shield with, I don't know. I'm trying to think of something that isn't on a shield. Okay, let's pretend that shields could not have movement speed, and they might not, but let's pretend that's the case. If you found a shield, I think what happens is it could roll, say like, oh, this is going to be movement speed, and then
Take it easy.
as you look at the shield, it doesn't show anything because it's an invalid item. That's one of the only 2 primary ways I can think of that will result in the game giving you an empty item, where you just find an object that is magical and has no effects. Like, I can understand that for the wire connector and the power drill. These are just vanity to make them rare. But if you find, say, a grenade launcher and it's yellow but it has 0 modifiers, something's fishy. There was no sign of a battle or anything inside the room where I don't remember what her name, the girl, was taken. But then your mutant substance is still there. actually want Leia to be in the doorway. Kimberly, you are exactly where I want you to be. So you can just stand there. Looks like those guys just spawned in as I was turning. I also preemptively closed all the doors too. Not that I expected the game to ever spawn dudes back in, but just in case. Because I have seen, just as I was wandering around the building, cleaning it up, and looting stuff, that they would just magically spawn in. Maybe because the game realized that they were out of bounds, but sometimes I'll see zombies in this particular building, outside the walls, and they'll just be staring at me, growling. I can't shoot them or anything, but my laser pointer will aim at them, like this. I can see my laser point at them, but it won't shoot them, it won't hurt them. Alright, so let's go ahead and we'll do the drop thing, so activate, then drop it before it lands. And we'll try this boss once to see if the grenade launcher helps. Just make a, see, it is day 44, hour 8, and we'll say bugged zombies, because I don't want to necessarily continue this save file, but we're going to keep going for the video. Okay, let's try out the grenade launcher and see how much damage this baby does. I see the damage value, but I want to just see proportionally her health bar. Oh, come on, look at her health bar. I know I'm rich, but I can say that leveling up your thing to plus 10 tier 6 is not exactly the cheapest thing in the world. Alright, well let's see what the axe is like. Yeah, this is so much better. Damage is pathetic. She's invincible when she's doing that. I don't think ducking helps. So I still took damage from something. If I can kill her, all the poison spheres will disappear, or break up anyways. Yeah, let's see what we get. Got a safety and a gut massager. Tier 3 and a tier 4. We are technically in a tier 6 region, and you're dropping me tier 3 stuff. It would take 5 tier 3s to make a tier 4, 5 tier 4s to make a tier 5, and 5 tier 5s to make a tier 6. So this is something like 125 items. I would need 125 of these to make... Well, hold on. 25 to make 4, so 25 to make 5. And yeah, 125 to make a tier 6 item. You would have... So this is 1/125th of an item that I could use. That's what this is. Now, I did get one of these to help out with that, so we'll consider that a fraction of a 1/25. But still, this is still not anything that I can use. But even after I roll it, you saw the kind of things I was getting when I was reassembling items at the survivor shelter. That wasn't necessarily great. Even the level 6 cloak that I found wasn't that great when I had made it at the shelter. That being said, I do think that some of the drop tables are better on the shelter because I consistently find things with like a 40%. Like really consistently, 40% roll, but it has no other property. It'll have something like one thing or fewer of these things. I think what that means is they rolled that stat multiple times. So let's say that I have nothing but headshot damage 40%. That may, instead of having 4 different modifiers, it rolled that 10% 4 times. Yeah, I still haven't gotten the access card for Fragment from her. I have seen it before, but she didn't drop anything else, so I continued loading, thinking like, oh, I'll eventually get it if I keep farming her. So we're... I was so disappointed about the grenade launcher. That sucked so much. Alright, let's make our way out. See you later, losers. Alright, thanks for holding the fort. Let's head on to this tower and see how far we can get. Okay, I told you guys to stop stopping, so you're allowed to move now. Thank you. I run funny with this. But I guess it's really heavy. I don't know. Alright, it's gonna be west of us, so let's head on that direction. I know I mentioned I didn't really want to go off-roading, but I don't think I have a choice to get to this next location. I didn't see any roads on the map. Also, I'm morbidly curious, but we're gonna go ahead and also provide Grace. You can carry. Hold on. Unequip the grenade launcher. I'm gonna give you the grenade launcher, and I'm gonna hand you some grenades, and hopefully we'll don't die in the process. A little scared what you'll be able to do with 3,000 damage. I have... Wait, that's 200. I have 300 health, so that's 10 times my health. Put my safety. That being said, I should have 100% explosion resistance. It's just not something I want to completely rely upon. Know that if something were to bug out, like zombies spawning in when they're not supposed to, if something bugs out, I could die. But I am not playing on hardcore mode, I just haven't died yet. It's just my playstyle is to be very, very conservative my resources and health. And how much risk I put myself out at. Let's go ahead and real quick, we're gonna flag this, move to Cleon Tower, access card fragment 05. We're gonna go also abandon these quests just to get them off my screen. You can't press G. I'm pressing G right now on the keyboard. That doesn't do anything. I do have to actually just click down there.
Who taught you how to drive? You'd better stay on your toes.
There goes Grace. Oh, right into my APC or whatever. I'll just have to hope that this building... What, was that bush just looking at you funny? Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and take the grenades from her. Or at least the grenade launcher. maybe if I use it, it'll be better. Let's see here. Take my grenades back. How much damage does this thing actually take? It's at 60%. But it wasn't at 100% when we started, so... Alright, let's see if it hurts my teammates. Didn't seem to. I didn't hit them directly with the blast, though. Leia does not have 100% explosion resistance.
Let's take it easy.
Well, there was a bird in here, but it's not anymore. Looks like someone entering from behind as well. Wave zombies, probably. Bird fragment 1. Oh. I left them in my car, but I guess we can pick them up here. Okay, well the game has actually been good about giving you one card for every quest that you had to do. So for example, to do the Research Institute, the girl actually gave you one of her actual whole card. And just pick up all of these. Yeah, they don't count for access card fragments, I suppose. It does show 2 there, so these are things we have to individually pick up. Let me try dropping them on the floor. So what if I drop that and then pick it up? Nah, that didn't do anything. I like that their wave zombies are approaching me from behind. It's kind of like, I mean, not that I'm at all worried about the fight, but it's kind of like a more exciting progression up this tower with them streaming in behind me. But they'll be, wow, but they'll be dead before we ever get any progress in this tower. More just popping in. I expected alarms to go off when I ran through that. I mean, I guess not really. Sort of. Generally, the game forces you through metal detectors. Well, I could have easily walked around it, I guess. I assume. Generally, the game puts you in front of metal detectors. They do something. But I understand, no electricity. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss a card by seeing if they gave it to me in chronological order. Oh, we still need one. So we are missing a fragment somewhere. Access card fragment number 5. The voice line happening after we pick this up is so quiet that it couldn't be heard over the screaming zombies that we had run past. So we did this section again.
Come to my room. I will personally verify if you belong in the new era.
Looks like we'll be seeing Cleon in person.
But yeah, he's just like whispering. I guess he's supposed to be ominous. And I'm sure I could duplicate this card too, but
You might have something I need.
I was gonna say we're gonna do it live, but Leia just yeah, she just AI'd in front of me.
Don't fear the enemy. We're stronger. I learned a lot from this battle.
Despite evolving so perfectly, these annoying ancient humans continue to interfere with my plans. As the spread of mutant substance progresses, the emergence of a new humanity is nearing. What they fail to realize is that all this process is absolutely necessary for the evolution of humankind. The island's residents, my research team, and my collaborator General Gregory were the same. My research and experiments will continue, and soon the obstructors will also become part of the experiment. Just a whole lot of nothing. Can I play the piano? That's a heavy piece of glass. Trying to shine the flashlight on it. Looks like some sort of crystal thing. Okay. Alright, we're gonna have everybody back up. Grace, that's actually kind of where I want you. Kimberly, there you go. And Leia, come on over to this balcony side. That's fine. I doubt they'll be able to shoot into the room. I doubt any of this works. Oh, yeah, we were lighting them up.
Now, let's see who belongs in the next era.
Oh, he tricked me. growls like a zombie. Okay, so apparently blocking is not stopping him, and I have my 100% evade. That's not stopping him either. So I just gotta dodge all his attacks. Okay, I was not expecting shockwaves. I don't think it matters too much because he always just teleports to you. Get access card fragments. Berserker's Fury, Devastation.
Dr. Veronica, who was the leader of the group of survivors, has died. A helicopter has departed for the island to retrieve her remains and the mutation suppressant. The survivor, who delivered the mutation suppressant to us, did not board the helicopter. He said there is still work to be done there. The helicopter safely returned to the shelter, and we immediately began mass production of the mutation suppressant. Finally, the completed mutation suppressants were distributed to other shelters. Those who received it were freed from the fear of mutation. People who had been scattered began to form groups again. Now, we are empowered to stand up to the zombies. To survive, the world began a war against zombies. Eventually, the destroyed civilization will be rebuilt.
Those survivors had different clothes than I had access to. I want stuff that looks like that. Okay. I wasn't totally sure if we could rescue Veronica or if she would be dead. So I will point out that although it was day 44, I think, in the game, or this particular play file, we had fought Nora on day 43. It was the evening of day 43, and we fought her, and then Veronica was captured. So it was only one day since then, but I don't think it would have mattered. Yeah, if I'd left her there for like a week, I can understand that being a thing. Now, that being said, though, I went back to the room she was captured in, and the mutant substance was still there. I don't know why she's holding it in her hand suddenly. I'm sure it's just oversight on the developer's part. But I guess she's just meant to die, which is kind of sad, actually. She was kind of a likable character. The main story is complete. Subquests can still be continued. Something kind of off just staring at her body. Well, where her body used to be. Maybe you could have, I don't know, put me on top of the tower to simulate the helicopter leaving with our substance rather than back to this part. If he's gonna kill her, why do you need 2 couch cushions anyways? Or sofas, or whatever these things are called. I like how my teammates did just actually start opening fire into the room. That was kind of cool. I didn't like how he jumped out at me to deal with me. To tell me what he thought of those shenanigans.
Be careful.
Okay, I guess, thanks guys. I guess we're done. And I don't have enough to create another card. Oh, I do. I guess he dropped
My
enough
body
pieces.
feels stiff.
I assume he's just there again, which, you know, it's a game thing, but let's just see, because I don't really feel like fighting him again. Yeah. I mean, that was a lot of work for a Berserker's Fury. So I will probably have to farm him later if I want to continue the game, which I'm not entirely sure I do. I hate the fact that my progress in the zombie culling of the world, or my items, can all just disappear at a moment's notice, because I'm guessing the saving system is a bit faulty. So without zombie progression or items, there's really not a whole lot left for me to do. And I think this is where we will leave it. I definitely enjoyed my time with this game. I've played a lot of the survival-esque building games. You know, I did do 7 Days to Die and Zed Zone. I also played on other things such as Robin Hood Sherwood Builders. This one was actually enjoyable. It had a lot of jank to it, but I had fun. It's a bit on the pricey side though, so I really think that developers need to tone that down a bit if they want better reviews and a better audience. But they have absolutely got to work on this save system. I don't know if they're ever going to develop other patches for this game, but they must fix the save system, because without that, this is going to be condemned to be forgotten. No one's going to play this game. Thank you very much for Tran Plays Night of the Dead. I'll see you next time.